Right guys, new toy here sent in to me by this company Vevor. This was free of charge, they sent it to me, so basically it's like a sponsored video, isn't it? So I'll just get that up there right in front. So it's a dust cyclone. I've seen these all over the internet and I've, never had one, but I've seen this company banding the tools about all over the place, and everywhere I look, they seem to be sort of good value for money tools. So I thought I'd give this dust Cyclone a try, see if they actually work. I just thought they were a bit of a gimmick, but people really do swear by them, and they say they save the filters, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments if you've got a dust cyclone and whether it works for you in your little workshop. So this one for me will be ideal here. So what my plan is to use this in conjunction with my Power Tech Off vacuum and my miter saw and my job site table saw. So that's what's in my plan here. Now, obviously, there'll be just one hose coming off it. So I don't know if you can sort of rig it up with sort of blast gates, that kind of thing. I'm unsure whether that's one of the bigger version things you need. I'm totally in the dark. So this is like a new thing to me. So as I get it out here, you're seeing as a new bike, like if you went and bought one, like what sort of in the box, putting it together, the pitfalls, how well it went together, that kind of thing. So that's the Cyclone section. Now, I can't compare it to nothing because I don't know much about them, to be perfectly honest, but everything looks well made on it as I've got it out the box here. That's like a really tough plastic. It's got the clips, wheels, stuff like seals, that kind of stuff, some little bits and pieces there. And the instructions, which the instructions were quite good. The hose seems decent enough. It seems okay. That's a 2-inch dust hose, whatever you call it. So I'm just going over checking everything's there, all the parts are there for this particular model, which they are. I always do this on everything I get new. You'll see me using this on all sort of my upcoming videos anyway, because it's something new, something I'll try, something I can give you good feedback on down the road. So this has got 3 wheels on the bottom. I was looking around for a 4th wheel, then I tipped the bucket upside down and realised that it only had 3. You needed 3. Now this bit here was a bit fiddly to get in, this section. So, but you can manage it. We all get round little bits like this. There was nothing wrong, nothing sort of major. It's not a gripe, really. It's not even a little gripe. It's just that I've got big fat fingers, and with my arthritis, I find it tough getting into sort of spaces like that. Soon got around it. They supply this little spanner, which could do with being a bit longer, and I haven't got any spanners. So this is the little gasket you put on. Now, like I say, this is the first time I've ever done one of these, so hopefully it will work in the end, won't it? We'll see at the end of the video. So what I did there was went in with one and then flipped it over. Just held one in. I don't know why I did it that way, but I did, and it just seemed to work for me. And then it's simply just make sure everything's lined up and put the other nuts on the end. All the washers and nuts are supplied for you. Now, what I have seen with some of the other manufacturers is they'll just supply the Cyclone. They don't supply anything else, no hoses, clips or anything. So it is nice to get these bits and pieces in here. It saves you time looking for stuff, and with these, what I found was you are going to have to modify, your dust, your bits that are on the end of your tools, that kind of stuff to use with the Cyclone, but that goes with any Cyclone. So I'm making sure the seal's seated correctly there. making sure no air can escape. And just tightening everything down, not too tight, but just tightening. And I'm doing it in sequence, so just keep going round there, just so I don't bust anything. If I'm doing this wrong, guys, you let me know on the video. Like I say, it's the first time I put one of these. I've never used one before, I've just seen them. So this little sort of gasket goes round 2 of the like plastic parts here, which go onto the Cyclone itself. It's like a rubberized sticky back stuff. You just cut it to size, and there's plenty there. There's plenty. Just watch your fingers here. You're just cutting it to size. Just watch your fingers. That's it. All nice and done. Just checking it. And just press them in to where they're going. And I've got to say they're a nice tight fit. They fit really well with that gasket on there. And then just nip up the Jubilee clip, hose clip, whatever you want to call it. We in the UK over here call, well, I don't know if they still call them it. Everything's changing, isn't it? But back in the day, back years ago, when like cars had square wheels and awesome carts, we used to call these Jubilee clips. And the same goes for the same one on the top. There's one that fits on the top. It's the same size. Just nip it up so it's nice and tight. So I'm just checking it, just there, see what the air's like. I've got that rigged up to my shop vac at the minute. So I needed some extra Jubilee clips. The kit comes with 4, 2 big and 2 small. Now, if I'm being critical, it could have done with another 2 Jubilee clips because of the size of the holes. So if you're watching Vevor, if you want to pop an extra 2 clips in, so they've got 4 of the smaller clips, that'd be fantastic. I had to order some extra ones off Amazon, which is not a problem, because when you do go and buy these kits, normally they come with nothing. So I've modified the holes there. I've chopped some of the holes down. It comes with, I think it was a 2 meter hose or slightly over, so I just chopped a bit off there, modified it to fit my shop vac. Now you will have to modify them to fit your shop vac, but you've got like the holes there, so you'll have to get the adapters and stuff. I just had a load of old adapters, and you know, messing about with a few of them got me to where I wanted, with a bit of trial and error on different things. So like I say, I just ordered extra Jubilee clips off Amazon, which are no money really. And they come. It was just so I could do this on this end, because this adapter I can use on my miter saw and on my DeWalt table saw, the contractor saw, because the contractor saw's got a bit of an adapter coming out, and I can use that, you know, in that as well. But overall, the quality of it seems, you know, really good. And then this is an optional extra thing you can do. I'm just putting this black sort of duct tape type stuff round, just because if I pull it, I don't want to be catching my hands on them metal Jubilee clips. That's the only reason I'm putting that on there. And it will help with any sort of air escape, I should imagine, but that's rock solid. So now I'm just rigging that back up to the Cyclone with the extra Jubilee clip there. That fits really nice. So let's see what it does. The suction's nice. I've got a load of crap that's on the floor, so as you can see there, the Cyclone's working nice on there. There you go. So guys, there's a link in the description as well if you'll get 5% off, and wherever you are in the world there's links. So this is it. I'm just using it in conjunction with my miter saw here. The timing's a bit out because I've overlaid the top section video at a slightly awkward time there, but this is me using it with the miter saw, and you can see it's working fine. You're still going to get dust coming off your miter saw, but it's taking the bulk of that away, and now I know my shop vac filters are being saved. And that's it all rigged up. I've got it going from there to there. I can just pull that out the back of the miter saw and simply just plumb it into my job site saw. I will reroute some of these hoses and pipes, maybe do a few modifications to it to get it looking a bit better, because, you know, it just sort of like, it's just there. I just doing it for the video. But thanks for watching, and on to the next one.